Yo, Philly 254 living life. Back at it. This is it, man. We getting there. We getting there. Asus, as of yesterday, obviously, has released. They're not calling it the official, so unofficial announcement of the ROG Ally X, not 2. Yeah, it's not going to be 2. Mid-generation update. So here's the thing. I'm gonna run through some of the, well, not some, pretty much all the changes that I got, and then just talk about it for a second. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to talk about because it was just the announcement of the announcements. Real quick commercial interlude. We're talking about Dubby. Now, I'm not real big on energy drinks, but you know what? Real talk, I do sip on some Dubby. This is like, my second tub. And the thing about Dubby, what's cool about it, is you can get your own little shaker. They got a variety of shakers. But what's the biggest cool thing about it is, as the name says, it's jitterless. Meaning, I'm not all over the place. I'm not. I sip it. It's a cool, smooth, energetic feeling. I sip it. I go on my walks in the morning or whatnot. I go on my walks in the afternoon. I feel good throughout the day. I don't have a big old crash. You take one scoop of the stuff, throw it in your little water, your little shaker, shake it up, do your thing, and it's on like Donkey Kong. They got a variety of flavors, tubs or whatnot. They don't cost a lot. And the thing is, if you're not sure of which one you want to get, that's all good, because you can go ahead and order a variety pack, which is exactly what I did at the very beginning. They actually have the variety pack, well, I guess call it a starter pack. They have one where it's just a little four different smaller packets. I did the one with the shaker because I wanted the shaker or whatever. Personally, the little Dragon Lemonade is the one that I like. Dragonade, I think it's called. Dragonade is the one I like. Right now, I'm trying out this Dub Sludge. It's alright, it's cool. But Dragonade is the one, that's the winner for me personally, but it's up to you. Try it out. Link in the description. If you don't want to click on the link, whatever, you can just go straight to Dubby. Use the coupon code LivingLife254. Helps out the channel. Appreciate you. Now back to the video. First things first. We are getting additional color. Black. It was posted or shown a screen that Asus, whatever, had posted or whatever of a room. And I'm gonna post it up. Full of allies, gamer room full of ROG allies sitting around, but there was one specific one that was not like all the others. Black, jet black. I'm with that. What else are you getting? You're getting 16 gigs of RAM, which is obviously, sorry, not 16 gigs. You're getting more than 16 gigs of RAM, which is obviously a plus. So that's always a thing. I'm hoping we get faster RAM, but there was no indication on that. So whatever. We're getting adjustments. I'm looking over here because I have a lot of this written down so I don't forget. We're getting adjustments to the buttons, joysticks, D-pads, all that type of thing. I don't know what all adjustments they're getting or going to do, but I'm hoping specifically that whatever, the biggest gripe that I have with my buttons or whatnot is that right D-pad sticks. Started sticking maybe about a month or two ago. Don't know. I'm hoping that whatever is causing that D-pad to stick is corrected, and whatever other issues they feel like they need to correct, those get corrected. I haven't had them, but yeah, I hope those get corrected as well. The SD card reader is of course getting moved. Everyone knew the SD card reader was getting moved. So the weird thing about that SD card reader getting moved is despite everyone, so I'm gonna say everyone, so many people last year mentioning, complaining, tweeting, whatever, that card reader failures are occurring and SD cards are just getting destroyed. Asus was always like, what you talking about? I'm like, well, this never happened. It never happened. What are you talking about? Card readers are fine. They weren't fine. So the changes, the corrections they're making to the card reader are based around the battery. They're gonna move the card reader, but the reason they're saying they're moving the card reader, because they specifically said, we don't want people thinking that it was because it was overheating thing, because that wasn't it, despite extending warranties for the original Ally. No, so what they're saying it is for is based on the battery and some of the internal changes of the new LIX. So the battery will be larger. The Steamdeck OLED corrected or fixed or improved its battery life by doing a lot of optimizations. Killed it. Asus is not going to go that route. I mean, there's going to be, I'm pretty sure there may be some optimizations, but they're not. I'm getting the vibe. It's not going to be. That's not the route they went with it. Could be, who knows? But they didn't specifically say yes or no on that one. But what they did say, it's going to be a larger battery. Larger battery means heavier device. So FYI, think about that. But because of the larger battery, and the fact that they said they've actually made some adjustments to the internals to actually make it easier to open it up and do some repairs, including changing out the hard drive. Yeah, they're saying those are the reasons why the SD card reader had to get moved around to kind of just adjust to the new movements. It just, they're saying that's the only way it would have worked with the way they kind of changed things around, because they also included some more ports. Not quite sure which ports, but they did include some more ports on the thing. So that's obviously a plus. Speaking of the hard drive, we're getting a 2280 instead of the 2230, which is obviously, again, I keep saying it, obviously, is a plus. We'll call it a multiplication. So 2280 should be easier to replace, get a larger hard drive, you get more options with that, so it's obviously. Now I'm stuck on the word obviously, but that's a great thing to do. I couldn't think of nothing else to say. It's a great thing. Now they're not updating the screen, the OLED, the actual screen. They're not going to an OLED. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. I feel like if they did some changes, it would have either been very few changes, just the SD card correction. When I say did some changes, if there was going to be a mid generation upgrade, either it's going to be a SD card correction, of course, and an OLED, or it's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff, and then but no OLED. Most likely they're saving that whole OLED and a whole bunch of other things they probably have on their list for the ROG Ally 2 whenever it gets announced and releases and whatever. So no LED, no OLED screen, but the original screen on the Ally was pretty good. So I mean, well, I'm gonna say it was real good to me. So I don't really have an issue with that too much. So I'm all good with that. I'm all good with that. Will I be purchasing this? I don't know, man. I don't know, because if you really think about it, yes, there are plenty of upgrades and corrections and fixes, but all of these fixes are literally just that, fixes. They're corrections from things and issues that we had on the original device. So I'll have to see how improved performance actually is, because if it's not really improved that much, yes, I'm getting a bigger battery and all this stuff, but I'll be honest with you, I'm cool with just waiting. And then on top of that, the price, it's already been stated that it's going to cost more than the original Ally. So you're really, when I say you're really going to wow me, if you do wow me, you damn near released an Ally too. So I don't know. So will I purchase the Ally X? Depends on how much the performance is improved. And if it is improved greatly, or at least significantly to a degree, I'm with it. I'll go ahead, screw it, I'll get it. You know what I'm saying? I got to hook up on the original one, so I'll just go, whatever. I'll get this one. Unless I get to hook up on that one, I'm going to holler at your Asus. Holler at me. I keep saying, I don't know if it's Asus. I don't know, man. I keep saying it wrong. I always say it wrong. People correct me, and then I forget what they said when they corrected me. My bad. Holler at me, though. I'll review it. No big deal. It's a good time. It's a good time for handheld gamers, man. They're rolling. They're rolling. And the fact that the Ally X is coming, it shows that they want to make sure they keep their name in the game until the Ally 2 comes out, and they're also showing some dedication, because they didn't have to release a mid-generation update, to be honest with you, but they're showing dedication. Although they're being weird, they've always been weird about SD card. Even though they was weird about it, they kept telling us that they don't know what we're talking about. They still took care of business and started doing extended the I was about to say extended RMA, but extended the warranty or whatnot. So that's the only thing I can say about it. This versus the Steamdeck OLED. What do you think? I can't make a full opinion on it. One, I don't have the Steamdeck OLED. I have the OG. and I can't make an opinion on it because I don't have the OLED and I don't have the Ally X. And not only do I, and I would, you know, at the least I could, I don't plan on getting the OLED, to be honest with you. I may get a Steam Deck too whenever it comes out, but OLED, I don't really plan on it. But what I would do is whenever all the specs are released for the Ally X, I can do a, you know, kind of do a comparison based on the specs alone. But as far as actual gameplay, hands-on, I mean, I guess I could go to Best Buy and play an OLED. No, I'm tripping. That's Allies at the Best Buy. At Best Buy, OLED. You know, is Steam Deck at Best Buy? Nah, it ain't. So I just can't do too much on that front, unfortunately. But as far as the Ally X, I think it's a good thing that they're releasing this. I would rather have the Ally 2. But at the very least, I think it's a good thing that if I can't get the Ally 2, they're doing a significant update to the original Ally, giving us a nice, seems like a decently mid-generation update. I can see the whole thing when it comes out. Speaking of updates, there will be an update to Armory Crate. I almost forgot it. Armory Crate will be updated. He did display it, or this show kind of demonstrated a little bit yesterday. It was it looked cool. It was more organized, a little cleaner. You know, I have to really see how the performance really works for it, because my issue with the original Armory Crate really wasn't, I wasn't tripping about it being clunky, although I won't say not clunky, but the actual how clean it looked or whatnot, the visuals of it. My issue was more the fact how well integrated it could be. You know, I've always said Steam Deck is great at just being a handheld console, even though it's not. It's basically a handheld PC. This definitely, the Allies, I always felt like just a PC with, you know, pretty much Xbox buttons, and it's I don't know, man. I feel like Armory Crate could have been more improved, so it didn't feel so clunky. I've always had these weird clunky issues with Armory Crate. So hopefully a lot of that is cleaned up on the new update. The original Ally will get the update, so don't worry. It's gonna come out in July. So Ally will get the original update. Ally X, whenever it drops, will already come with the update, and we can keep it moving, man. My opinion is I'm really hoping, because not much you can do about Windows, but I'm really hoping that this Armory Crate it's just smoother, man. It's just not as clunky. I keep going back to that, but I just needed to be smoother. Anyway, just want to throw this out there, small discussion, because the one I gave yesterday was kind of in my car, it was real quick, but I just want a small discussion, just talking about it a little bit. Not a lot to talk about, unfortunately, because they didn't go over a lot. They didn't give us a lot. It was basically an announcement for an announcement. So, you know, if you like more Steam Deck news, walkthroughs, not Steam Deck, ROG Ally, and MetaQuest news or walkthroughs, lives, like and subscribe. Cruise through the playlist. And I'm out.